I've been spending more than 2 years reading and living Stoicism. In this video, I will share with you the 6 most important principles I learned and apply on a daily basis. If you manage to master them, everything will suddenly start to flow. So let's dive into it. Principle number 1: full effort, full victory. This is a really strong one. I even got a chain with the lettering on it. You can only control a certain amount of things. You can't control if someone replies to your outreach, but you can control how many messages you send every single day. People worry too much about things outside of their control, and you shouldn't underestimate this. Like, this can literally leave you completely stuck, not being able to get stuff done. I experienced it myself. Back then, I was so attached to the outcomes that my complete mood was dependent on how many calls I booked or deals I closed. But no matter how much you worry, you won't be able to change anything about the outcome. So let this be your reminder to fully focus on your action and let go of the outcome. This does not only remove a lot of headache and stress, but also allows you to get much better results since you put more effort into the things you can control. And what this first principle, full effort, full victory, actually means is that giving 100% and putting in all the effort in the input, so the action, the things you can control, is enough and should be seen as the greatest win. Following this principle also allows you to live a much happier life. Because when you shift your focus to the inputs, you end every single day with a list of wins, since it's only about doing the things and doing the work. And this principle applies to every area of your life and business. You cannot control how many people reply, but you can do the daily outreach and you can work on your scripts. You don't have any controls over the outcome of the call, but you can control how you show up, how you speak, and which questions you ask. Principle number 2: don't let outcomes influence your identity. The second principle is closely connected to full effort, full victory. It's about your lens and paradigm. If you measure success by clients, calls booked, or revenue made, you will quit early. If you make your identity and self image be defined by short term success, especially if they are based on things outside of your control, you will never be able to change or take responsibility of your life. Especially in Stoicism, identity comes first. If you want to change your life or achieve results in business, you need to change your identity first and become the person who is capable of achieving these results. You cannot stay the same person if you want to have different results in your life. The problem is that people make their identity and capability dependent on short term successes. If they have a good month, they feel like a great entrepreneur. But as soon as revenue drops, they feel like they are losing it all. So making your identity based on your outcomes is super dangerous because in the first principle, you learned that these results are not even in your control. Successful people set their own identity and they reinforce it with their actions. You should feel bad when you don't do the tasks you want to do, but not when you do them, but don't achieve a certain outcome. Principle number 3: expect rejection. It's part of the game. Stoic people know that they need to fail to make their business work. Many people are scared of failure, of not achieving the results they hope for. But these are the people who don't understand how success works. Imagine it like this. To achieve your goal, you need to walk through a really long and dark forest. Throughout your journey, you will cross different trees and places inside the forest. A certain amount of them are positive, they shine bright and make you feel good. Some of them are dangerous and make you feel bad. These are the failures. The thing is, to reach your goal, you need to keep walking. If you turn around as soon as you face the first challenge, you won't get to your goal. So there is no safe way. These dangerous places are everywhere. So if we turn this into business language now, it means that to achieve your goal, you need to go through a chain of wins and losses. There is no way to shortcut this. The only option you have is to move with speed, so fail faster and get to the end faster. Rejection, failures, and losses are a part of the game. The sooner you fail, the sooner you will achieve the goal. Most people quit after 10 rejections, but entrepreneurs expect 100 rejections. Principle number 4: discomfort is the price of progress. Everything has a price. The price of winning is doing what's uncomfortable. It's how the world works. Comfortable things won't help you to achieve exceptional results. Otherwise, everybody would have these results. The world tries to filter out the people who deserve success and don't deserve it. Imagine this principle like this. When you start your agency, you start in debt, and you can only pay off the debt by doing uncomfortable things like cold calls, conducting sales calls, or making door to door sales. After enough repetition, you're out of debt. And every action you do starts to make you more and more profitable. Most people quit before they are even anywhere near to paying off their debt. They rather focus on working on their logo. It feels good and comfortable, but never gets them anywhere. So just put down your head and do the things you hate for 1 to 2 years straight. At one point, these things will become effortless, and it even becomes an upward spiral. Remember, comfort never built a successful agency. Principle number 5, control your emotions, not the situation. Let's say you had a sales call. You felt good about closing them, but at the end, they just left the call thinking about it. How would you react? Upset? Blaming them? Blaming yourself? Most people don't understand that if something bad happens, the only thing in their control is their reaction. It's not about what happens to you, but how you react to it. The event is not in your control, but your reaction is. At this point, you cannot change anything about what happened. You can't change their decision, and you can't just play back the movie. But your decision can influence what happens next. It's an active decision you have to take. If you decide to be upset, everything you will do and approach won't work out. If you become upset at the end of a sales call, the chance of closing them becomes smaller and smaller. So make sure to hold on, understand that you're in control of your own response, and react in a way that aligns with your higher self. Principle number 6, you are in full responsibility for your life. Everything you did up to this point got you to the point where you are right now. You can basically judge your past, your actions and behaviors, thoughts and emotions based on your current situation. Now ask yourself, are you truly satisfied and happy with your current life, with everything you have? If not, you are the only person who can blame for it. Of course, there are external events which influence your state, but at the end of the day, you are the only person who can actively change your life. But if you keep making the same decisions and actions like you did before, you will end up getting the same results and living the same life as before. As soon as you understand that you are capable of changing your current situation, you access an unlimited power of awareness and responsibility. The thing is, many people don't even want this level of responsibility, and they like to blame other people or circumstances for their results. But if you keep acting like these people, you will also be stuck where you're at. Become a person who takes responsibility, change your identity, do the things you have to do, and blame yourself at the end for the success you got. So these were the 6 principles I have been living by throughout the last years. Most people who watch this video maybe think that they make sense and then forgot about them. But if you truly want them to change your life for good, then rewatch the video, write all of them down, print them out so you remember them day in and day out. I hope you enjoyed the video and it got you closer to your goal. If you are in your early stages of your agency, then feel free to check the link in the bio to get my free agency blueprint to get your first high ticket client paying you somewhere between 1 and 4K per month. See you in the next one.